What's up, Fire Nation? If you're here, it's because you don't play small. Fire Nation is for the ones fueled by passion, driven by growth, and hungry to build real wealth. Not just for yourself, but for your family and future generations. This isn't just a channel. This is a movement. And if you're watching, you are already part of it. I'm Miss Blue Fire, always taking you higher. Let's light it up. What's up, Fire Nation? If you don't play small and you're here to build, you're in the right place. I'm Miss Blue Fire, always taking you higher. Let's light it up.
Hello, hello, hello. We are starting on time, regardless of who is here or not. You know, we run a tight ship over here. Blessings to everyone. So, we are going to have a part two of our, well, he's not the newest member of Fam Nation anymore, but a young entrepreneur, right? That is doing his best, trying. And if we are not here to serve and to encourage the spark in our young entrepreneurs, why are we here, Fire Nation? Yes, of course, we're here to build ourselves too, of course. But we have to pay it forward. Don't forget all the grace that you have received from other people, right? So, without ado, we do have Bertrand coming back on tonight. And let me tell you something about this young man that I actually like. I'll wait until he comes. But I'll tell you something about him that I actually like. Hold on, let me drop the StreamYard link just in case, because I know he's on time and he's ready. So I didn't drop the link, and I need to get into the practice of doing that. But when you come to teach, you're not really thinking about that, but that's okay. Here we go, here we go, here we go. All right, so listen, this young man here, you know him, the nephew or the second cousin. But I mean, they have like a nephew uncle relationship. So the nephew of Mr. Future Fambo. And he was with him when he did the red light, pepper light, red light. That song tickles me. Oh my goodness. So, and you know what's funny? As soon as I saw it, and after the red light, and even some of the sayings that Mr. Fambo do, like, I beg your pardon, and all that, I said, somebody them need to copyright this. And as soon as I said it, right? Without this young man even knowing, because I say it to my mind. And can you imagine how many people said it in their minds too? Think about it. If I said it in my mind, and there are other people who even said that, yeah, they need to copy, they need to, trademark these things and stuff like that, if they can, right? Because the opportunity was there. But guess the difference? Berger actually did it. Berger actually made the move. So when I saw that, I said, you know what? That needs to be nurtured. That is something that we need to encourage. We see all the things on social media, Fire Nation, right? Encouraging a lot of slackness, a lot of foolishness, encouraging the detriment of our youth. So when you see a young man that's not chopping, or them say chopping the line, right? Not pull a woman in the head, right? Right? And actually focus on making money and making our way out, and him have the drive and the spirit, that is something that we, as the older people, without dating ourselves, we have to encourage that, or we should want to, right? We should want to. So I'm going to wait for him to come up. I know he's on time. Last time he said that he's a little bit nervous, but we are going to take care of him. You don't have any reason to be nervous, right? DJ Jav, right move for real. I made the remix go okay, and they took it from all of my platforms. Oh, you're the one who played the song without them knowing. I saw the remix. Yeah, I saw that. Well, it's good to have you here. Good to have you here. Please like and subscribe. You can learn about entrepreneurship here, what's legal and what's not. Right? Here. Hi, Berjo. Good to see you. Good to see you, Berjo. All right, Bridget. So listen. So some people say that they won't be able to make it tonight, but that's okay. They say that they will still. I'm leaving. I'm leaving me, Mrs. Bluefire. I think he means I'm leaving now, Mrs. Bluefire. Thank you, Ematep, the one all on the app. And Ematep was the first donation to Berger done last week, right? So thank you very much, Ematep. And listen, Berger, whatever you get today, we are going to match it. Ematep did his part already, so I am going to match it. So listen, um, yeah. So you know how to come up, right, Berger? I told you how to come up. You see the link there. Click the link, and come up, right? And you see DJ Javis there. They took down the song. I'm glad that they took it down. Yeah, because you see, that's somebody's intellectual property. So, but that's okay. We live and we learn. We get better, and we move on in harmony. That is what it's supposed to be, right? Berger don't have any time for any bad vibes because his energy is occupied on growing what it is that he's growing. So Berger don't have no time for conflict or bad vibes because that's going to lower his vibration and mess up what it is that he's supposed to be bringing in. 1 second. Berger, why aren't you calling in there? I'm just sharing the link, but some persons aren't seeing the stream. I don't know why they're not seeing the stream. Tell them to it's okay, take your time. Tell them to just share the link up. What you mean, the link that I sent you? That one? If that's the case, share the link of the but that is the link. I don't know why I'm not seeing the stream. The stream is active, other people are seeing it. Take your time. I don't understand why people not seeing it. No, wait, Berger, did you tell them that it's on YouTube? If you share the link with people and them, well, they're supposed to know that it's supposed to just copy and paste it and put it in their what do you call it? Space bar. Not space bar, whatever, search bar. Listen, just share the link and then come on. Because the thing is, this is not good for playback, right? It's not good for playback. So tell them to just share the link and come on. Let me give you the let me give it to you again. I WhatsApp it to you. The new one. I mean, not the new one, the same one. So, what I was saying, just to keep the no dead air going, and since he's here, he can hear me. What I actually appreciate about Berger is he has a lot of accountability, and he's coachable. Very, very, very coachable. Very easy to work with. Very coachable. Blessings, TG Media, Philip, my bro. Big up yourself. Good to see you. And very coachable, right? Like we had the conversation last time about the interview being cut short, right? Told him about it. One more, right? Thank you, Imatep, right? And I told him about the interview being cut short last time, and the fact that he knew the interview was supposed to happen from time before, so that was unacceptable. And, he said, Miss Bluefire, I'm so sorry, you're right. And then he made the video, and he's like, I'm ready. That is somebody who take accountability, don't have a bag of excuses, right? Understand the assignment and want things to work out. How can you not help somebody like that? You have to. You have to see these things in people. Look for the right things. Berger, come on now, please, because if just share the link and then come. All right. You know what? Continue. Let me just talk more about you. It's okay. Got you and do what you're doing. Right? So we were talking about how you turn 15 minutes of attention into real opportunity, right? As I said to you guys before, virality is rented, right? Virality is rented, but a brand is owned. It's just a fact. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, if you're ready, you know the link up there what I showed you, and it have the star on it. The one that's pinned to the top. You see it? Here, see it here again. Hold on. Mhm. All right, see it there. Remember that you have to give access to your camera and your camera and your mic. He's here, day and bright. Good afternoon, evening. He's here. He's coming on through the link right now. It didn't start as yet. No. Yeah, so that's what we're talking about, right? And again, all proceeds from tonight's live, as well as the one that he did last week, we're going to tally it up and we're going to send it directly to him. And I'm going to show you proof of it being sent. Big up everybody that's coming in for Berger, Beloved Studio 83. Big up, right? So, yeah, we're going to challenge him, we're going to support him, right? And hopefully, years from now, when Berger has built something massive, we'll be able to pull up this live and we can say, you know what? We saw the beginning of this person. Big up Javel Anderson. Good to see you for Berger. Merkaba, big up yourself. Merkaba 360. That is my brother in a real life. Big up yourself, Merkaba. Good to see you. And he loves the mix too. All right, Mr. Berger Dime. Now you look, now you're talking my language. Now you're talking my language. You're looking
You can hear
good.
me?
Yeah,
Can
I
you hear
can
me?
hear you quite fine.
Okay,
I hear
okay.
you quite
I don't
fine.
know
No,
why the link just takes so long to load just now.
that's all right, dear. That's all
All
right.
right,
That's all right.
good night, everybody. Good night.
Good night. Good night.
I'm
All
not
right.
sure if some people still are still. I don't know what happened with the link. I think I never the link you sent to me. They share first. They
That's
just share it
okay.
from YouTube, but it working
You just
now.
heard from YouTube. Okay. Yeah, you know what you probably did? You probably shared the whole live because it's the same picture. You there? You look like you freeze up again. Yeah.
You can hear? Yeah, me I hear you.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is I'm thinking that you probably shared the whole live because it's the same thumbnail that
Oh,
I use. Yeah, yeah. I probably should have changed the thumbnail, right? All right, so I have your attention, Berger. You focus?
yeah, you do.
You ready? You focus, or are you still talking to people?
No, I'm not talking. I'm not talking to anyone.
All right, then good. All right, so as I was saying to everybody, all proceeds tonight we're going to go towards Berger, towards him building his store, right? Tonight and last week, what we got so graciously from Imhotep the Owl. Last week we got about $50, which was wonderful. So I would just want to welcome him as well because he's one of the newest, well, not the newest anymore, but the one of the newest mentees that Fire Nation has. You know, like he really does have the spark. He really does have the will to learn. He really does have the drive to succeed, right? And if he has good support and honest people and people that just want to see him win without wanting anything from him, right? That is something that would actually help his success and it will help to build his character to let him know that when he's in the position to help somebody else, he will help them as well because he was mentored and he was helped. So, one Berjadan, tell me now about yourself. A little bit about yourself. I know you talked a little bit last week about how you started selling. So I'm going to ask you that same question again. Did you always feel like you were an entrepreneur, right? And
All right.
what experience you had with the selling? Go ahead.
Honestly, yes. I always felt like entrepreneurship was my thing. Like from as a little child. I
Mm-hmm.
remember I said like my mom, she sells clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So she used to be in the market in Ocherius. And when I was younger, like in primary school, high school, I used to take like some of her stuff on the hangers like these
Yeah.
and walk out in the town and get customers and bring back all the way to the market. So I always found that fun to do. So like selling was always, but people always tell me that it's in my blood. Because my mom
Oh,
always told me that she started out before she was selling clothes, she was selling by the school. And she
Yeah.
started with one bag of bag juice. She always told me, say, no matter how small it is, once you
Yeah.
have a start, it can become something big.
That's right. That's right. My
So I
grandmother
just
used to tell
always feel like, say,
me, wait, hold on, you're breaking up. You're breaking up. Everybody can
may I
hear
break
him.
up?
Become asthmatic. Yeah, I can hear you now. Talk again.
Or like, may I say, like,
Okay, yeah. You're good. You're good.
entrepreneurship, I always found it a
Yeah.
thing that, well, like, it was meant for me because when I was younger, I remember I said before in the first interview that my mom, she sells clothes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when I was younger, she used to be in the market.
Yeah.
Serious. And what I would do, I would take some of her stuff because she sells children clothes.
Yes.
So what I would do, she has the stuff on the hangers like these on the mannequins, and I would take them, like take a
Yeah.
handful, and I would walk out into the town, and I would find people that like them and take them back to the store. So I would like go out there with a handful of stuff, get like three persons, two persons, take them back, tell them,
Yeah.
listen, mommy, these persons they want this or they want that, and she would deal with them, and I would just leave and go and get more people. So I would always be around her. And people always tell me that selling is in my blood. Because even when I was going to school, I used to buy candy. I used
Yeah.
to buy candy and sell it at school. I even get in trouble
Yeah.
for that one time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's good. Virgil, that is good. That is in your blood, as you say. And yeah, we get some of the best entrepreneurial lessons from even some of our grandmothers and stuff like that. Because I remember my grandmother used to tell me to every make a muckle, right? So it's
Yeah,
true. You take what you take and you save it and you grow it, right? And you multiply it. Beloved Studio says, hustler from birth. That's right. That's right. That's good. That's good. I love that. I love that.
you
You
know,
are
my
that.
mom
that
always told me that
mm-hmm,
because I was a baby when she was selling by the school. But she
mm-hmm,
always told me that when she started out selling, she started with one bag of bag juice. So she always told me that no matter how small
mm-hmm.
something else, it probably can turn into something bigger than what you expect it to be, you know? As long as you
Exactly.
believe in a way I do and put out the effort to make it work, it will work.
Exactly. Exactly. Facts. 100%. 100%. Anything that you have, you can multiply it. You just have to have the discipline and the know-how and the will to do it. Right. And the key to that,
Yeah,
you see, Virgil, you see, let me tell you something. You see, once you understand certain principles, you'll be okay. You see, that principle that you just spoke of, that multiplication, that principle, it lives in the principle of doing for tomorrow, right? What you need to do today. In other words, what it does is make you know, say, you know what, I get my money now, you know. I'm not going to spend it off or yam it off or gal it out. I'm actually going to use
yeah,
this money and I'm going to think about my future and see how I can use it to make more money for the future. So that discipline there, right, is a lot of things. Is a discipline that a lot of people you can't teach. You can teach it, but people have to want to follow it because behavior, right?
yeah,
But the fact
true.
that you have that from before, that type of discipline, right? I want you to never ever to lose that and to keep that because that will make you go far. That will make it so make you know you that will make you a responsible entrepreneur because a lot of them lose because they're not responsible. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a friend.
Mm-hmm.
He would always tell me that you got to have proper money management. And
Yeah.
while he's telling me that, he's telling me that he's like, I don't have proper money management, but without that, you can be rich, but if you don't have proper money management, it doesn't make sense. So I
Exactly.
always think about that, and sometimes there's some unnecessary spending,
Yeah.
and look back on it afterwards. Majority of the time, when you do something like if you purchase something I'm in a need,
Mm-hmm.
I always have second thoughts about like why me gonna do this when I could do that.
Yeah.
You know, like
Good.
everybody else say, Berger, yeah, you're a star now. What kind of phone that I have? When I buy one iPhone, it's like why am I gonna take up 100,000? We didn't put a hundred and add. Just 100,000 and buy one phone. Where you know much things we can buy with that, we probably can turn that 100,000 into 500,000 for the right
Exactly.
thing. That's probably
Exactly
a lot.
right.
So I
Exactly.
always think most stuff like that.
Exactly right. 100%. 100%. And Berger, let me tell you something too. A lot of people are going to try to pull in different directions, especially as they get successful, right? But you have to know what your direction is. And it's either them get with it or them get lost. Because I'm telling you this, sometimes too, it's not like they're being mean, or it's not like as if they know that they're trying to, that they're sabotaging you. Sometimes you give them the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes they don't know, right? But sometimes they do know. And sometimes your success Is a mirror in front of them because they must say, how him get to have this when him start with less than me, right? Or him start at the same level as me. And then will start come to you and be like, oh, I knew you when. Ignore them. Because that is proof to you that you actually grow. Because guess what? That means that you're going to need new people. You understand? The people that you start with is not necessarily the people that you're going
Yeah.
to end with. And that is something that I want you to be prepared for, right? I want you to be prepared for that. That is something like, say you have you're good with the hustle, you're good with the you're good with the getting things started, you're good with the mindset, but I need you to be prepared for the things that's going to come, for the new level that you're going to be on. You understand what I'm saying? And it's something that's going to keep repeating itself, right? So you just have to
Yeah.
know your path and know what that path look like. So even if you veer off and you start follow up because of your age, and even not even your age, but just whatever might happen in your life, even if you veer off the path, you can instantly recognize that, you know what, no, this is not my path. Let me realign with what it is that I promised Berger that I'm going to actually do. You see what I'm saying? So I want you to be prepared for that. Now I want you give a little bit of what you call it, history. Now I want you to take us back to the actual red light, pepper light moment, right? Did your uncle, did he immediately realize it could become big? You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
It sounds a bit baffled. I think it's my internet though.
Oh, is it
And I
internet?
can't use
Oh,
my data because I can't
yeah,
use my
yeah, yeah.
data because I don't get signal where I live. I gotta use the
Yeah,
Wi-Fi.
don't use it this. Yeah. But
But
you
I
hear
can
the
hear you.
question?
Yeah, I heard the question.
Okay.
And it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
He's my cousin, not my uncle. His uncle was
Okay.
something feel like old.
Yeah.
I like him but the uncle let me feel old though. But actually the song, like original song,
Mm,
I because recently he has been refurbishing his house.
mm,
And like I mentioned before, I'm an electrician. So all the sockets and the light switches and the receptacle sockets and everything like that, he
mm-hmm.
was changing them out. So I was doing it. And while I was there working, I was always be singing the song.
Mm,
And out of nowhere, I would be like, head up, plug out, dog, never lie.
mm-hmm.
But we could rally, juvenile, to 90 SK. So I'll always be singing that one part. So one day we went to the studio
Mm-hmm.
and my brother was taking us to the city, but he told me to drive. So I'm driving. I got my phone. I selected the songs. I was playing the song the entire trip to the studio. So when we were coming back in the car, my brother was driving, so I was in the back seat and he was on the front. And he's like, "Berger, what is the song we are playing?" I was like, when you got red light, pepper light?" And I said, I mean, I laughed. And I said, "No." And I said, "This song, man, the entire trip from the studio back home, he was singing red light, pepper light." So
Yeah.
when he got home, everybody left and it was just me and him there. I was outside. I was actually on live. I was on
Mm-hmm.
TikTok live stream. I was outside his house and he was inside and he was like, I didn't know he was even recording a video. But when he called out my name, I looked up and I saw him with the phone in his hand. And I know every video he makes goes viral. So I'm like, I ran into the house guys. I'm saying, okay, I'm getting piece of the viral moment now. I'm going inside the house and he's gonna put the camera on me and I'm gonna tell him what's happening. But that's
Mm-hmm.
not how it worked out. He just
Right.
asked me the song. I was like singing to the background. I said, oh, so it's like same say, red light people like, and I said the song, oh, so maybe own a song. I would never did
Yeah.
me with TikTok and I do TikTok. I never expected
Mm,
them to turn it into an actual song. It was just a funny video to me.
yeah. Yeah. You know what?
And I
And
found it fun
mhm,
because he
mhm.
actually doesn't know what the song is saying.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So this is what I'm trying to say to you. There is something that you're going to learn too. It's called a happy accident, right? There's
Yeah,
sometimes some of the best, and I want you to start to look at different business stories because now you're in business and it will inspire you and it will teach you so you don't have to go through your own mistakes. You can actually learn from other people's mistakes, right? So
yeah.
actually, let me teach you something. Do you know that champagne was actually an accident? The wine being carbonated. That was actually the way how it happened. It was actually an accident, but it took off so much and it took off so well, right? And that they actually made it into an actual product. And Champagne is actually a town in France where it happened. So that's another happy accident. Sometimes certain things come out of something that it wasn't supposed to happen, right? Listerine is the same thing. Listerine wasn't for teeth cleaning, right? It was actually a disinfectant. There's so many of them, right? So many of them. Mountain Dew was actually made to go with moonshine. It wasn't made to be like an actual soda by itself. So sometimes there are happy accidents where you're just going through and something just happened, right? And then something comes of it. You understand? So the fact of the matter is though, something came of it. A lot of people repeat Mr. Fambo words, but you actually did
Can you
something.
repeat that?
I said something came of it. Like in other words, an accident happened. Everybody use Mr. Fambo's words, but you actually did something with it. So that's the difference. You understand what I'm saying? So happy accidents happen all the time, but a lot of times people don't act on it. They don't do anything with it. So nothing comes of it. You listen to what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, you can hear me. All right, good. Now, how did it feel for you watching the strangers react to something connected to you like that? How it felt for you?
I honestly, I
Mm-hmm.
could not believe. I could not believe it was overwhelming, honestly,
Yeah.
because as soon as I opened my phone, I see people like, where's your other song go again? Where's your other song go again? People
Yeah, yeah,
tagging
yeah,
me east, now, and so my friends be like, Virgil, here's a girl, ring now, cause this gone viral.
yeah,
And it was every scroll, I see another voiceover or somebody has reposted the same video. And then Mix
yeah,
Master Overdose, big up Mix Master Overdose, because he's actually basically our neighbor because he lives in the same community that we do. So
yeah,
he's actually the one that made the first mix and
yeah,
put it on the he used it like an intro
yeah.
for the original song.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, big up DJ Overdose a lot of big up DJ Jav. He was here earlier. Big up DJ Jav. He's the one that
Yeah,
made the mix that really went viral with the pepper. He's the one that put
yeah,
the Future Family and the Pepper Spray Desmond I song together.
yeah, 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 yeah. Good,
So I'm
good,
big them up for that. But
good.
when it actually started gaining attention for me, it was always gaining attention for Fambo, but for me, it was when they made the cartoon.
Okay. The pepper spray
Yeah.
in the eye, cartoon.
No, not that one. They made a cartoon of me and Fambo. Like
Oh
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
video of him saying, Virgil, how the song go again?
Yeah,
The
I saw.
I think it's I'm not sure of the person. I think it's Kev Art that made it.
Pardon me.
Yeah, I think it's Kev. But
Mm-hmm.
he actually made a storyline around it,
Mm-hmm.
and it was really funny. I found it really funny.
I saw it. Mm-hmm. It
Found
was
it
fun.
really funny. Everybody was saying they tagging me. The first person sent it to me was one of my friends that lived around the road, and he's like, "Bro, you gone now, you know. You know you're gone." I'm listening. I said, "No, man, this body. Well, why them could just find out Union Berger and don't give him a beard? Cause the image first, the cane with them, find the cane with them funny. Everything about it funny because Famba actually lives next to a bar.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be like I'm sitting at the bar, he came out of his yard, come down and asked for the song went and it just went for. So I found the video really funny. And everywhere I go, people posting it on their story, people tagging me.
Mm-hmm.
But since like I've been going out and going to the shows, he's been he calls me up on some of the shows for me to
Mm-hmm.
say my part of the song or say whatever I feel like saying.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since that, even today I went on the road, every walk I walk, somebody is Berger, how the song go? Berger, pick up yourself in the Berger. Yeah, a Berger, you can't believe. I cannot believe this.
That's good. That's
Everywhere
good.
I go, somebody else knows me.
Yeah, that's good. That's
It's
you
so
know what,
funny.
Bert. I'm going to tell you something. Enjoy it. You understand? Enjoy because let me tell you. You see when you see when challenges come, challenges gonna come. So when you have any kind of joy in
Yeah.
life like this, don't make nobody make you feel bad for enjoying it. You hear? Enjoy it. And guess what? Life is not promised to anybody. Really, real talk. Life is not promised to anybody. So nobody is promised tomorrow. So when you have moments like that to enjoy it and you know what I mean, you feel happy and you full joy on the inside, and it's not by anything that you understand. It's not. It is a good joy. Don't make anybody feel bad. Make you feel bad about enjoying yourself and being happy. right? So be happy. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Right, because when the bad come, you can't just say, you can't dismiss it. All right, so what did Mr. Fambo teach you intentionally or unintentionally about entertainment and business? Hold on, before you answer that, let me pick up the chat. You have some people that came to see you. Jevilan Anderson, I said at 7584. Big up on yourself. Candice Kelly, 5287. Queen Sheba, giving you lots of love.
Yeah, a lot of my people are here.
Yes,
Big up
that's good.
everybody from
Big up everybody that's here. I'm glad to see the support for the young man, right? Right? It's good to have people support. Just support him in all the stages that he will go through as he succeeds, right? And help him to do what it is that he needs to do. Don't try to be in his path.
I
Javila
have to big up
Anderson,
Queen Sheba, big up Queen Sheba, because she's
Sheba.
actually the first person I told that I was gonna do the merch line, and she was like, "Virgin, do it,
Nice.
Virgin, do it."
Big up Queen
She
Sheba.
gave me a lot of encouragement, so I have to big her up for that.
Big
It's actually
up,
the
big up,
first person, the only person I told about it,
big
because I
up.
was a bit scared to
Yeah,
be open about it, but you know,
yeah,
I did. So for
yeah,
the question now,
yeah. But
what
hold on, just to
Fambot
address
has taught
before
me?
you go.
Oh,
You said that
okay.
you were a bit scared, right? And then you said, but you did it, right? So you see that? You need to keep that. Because guess what? You're going to get fear all the time. You're going to be scared to do a lot of things, but you're going to have to just do it anyway. Don't make the fear stop you. You understand what I'm saying? If it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you doing what you're doing right now. No, sometimes fear, you know what I'm saying, coward man keeps on bound. Like sometimes fear is something is useful, is good. Make it cautious. But once you make sure say you do your due diligence, right? And you do your research and stuff like that, you'll be less fearful. You understand what I'm saying? Things can still intimidate you, but if the opportunity makes sense, you do it. You understand? All right. So now let's get back to the So what you did was good. So I want you to keep that. Don't lose that. Okay. So what was so the next thing now? What did your uncle Fambo teach you, intentionally or unintentionally, about entertainment and business?
Okay, well, he taught me that because it's not this is wouldn't be his first time getting a big break
Mm-hmm.
as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
So he's always been telling me that he says, Berja, no, 3 times I bust already. Because you know him talk about him say, Berja, 3 times I bust already. And the other time them, I just started deal with music. Whenever they do music business, and there's a big difference in that.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as you understand the difference, what is always once you understand the difference between music and music business, you
Mm-hmm.
make it. And he shows me a lot of example.
Mm-hmm.
Shows me like, for example, the producer Shawnee, he shows me like that man, he does
Mm-hmm.
music business.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm around them, I watch and I listen and I learn a lot from them just by being around and listening because the
Mm-hmm.
conversations that I see they have,
Mm-hmm.
things that I have questions about without even asking them, I get answers.
Understand.
So a lot of things that I want to jump and do.
Mm-hmm.
And by listening to them speaking about other stuff, I see where and what I should do and how should I go about doing it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because
Understand.
honestly, even
Mm-hmm.
though I'm doing the clothesline, I
Mm-hmm.
love music. I love
Okay.
music. I love I'm not an artist per
Mm-hmm.
se. I can't like perform songs and that, but I like to be around. I like to be in studio and hear songs get put together, hear beats get put together. So I know the producing part of the music or
Mm-hmm.
somewhere in that aspect is where I would fall in line.
Mm-hmm.
But I love music. Once I hear a beat, that's just me. Any beat at all, any type of music, that's me. I love music. So
Mm-hmm.
that's another thing that I'm gonna not probably I am gonna venture into as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's uh, so like I said, being around them and listening to their conversation, listening to me a lot because I met a lot of persons that are in music business and I
Mm-hmm.
see what they are doing and I see what's happening for my cousin now. So I now understand why what happened to him before happened and
Mm-hmm.
how we will make things work better this time. So no
Mm-hmm.
mistakes will be made this time, and everything is on the right track for him to have everything he's supposed to receive.
Right. Right. You'll make it, Virgil. You make it. And the thing is, you get a lot of wisdom just from listening. It's just a fact, and it makes sense. That's why you're so coachable. You see what I'm saying? You have a good spirit, and you have good home training. Clearly, right? So, yeah, you listen to the older
Yeah,
folks.
big up my mommy. Big
Yeah,
up my
big up your
mommy.
mother. Big up your mother, definitely. You have good home training, and you're definitely you're very respectable. So that's good. That's very good because you could have been so many other things. You understand what I'm saying? You could have been so many other things, and you're not. So now, how did you decide what the first product should be? How you know? How did you decide? Or you just, oh well, you're just doing this now. But what else are you thinking to do, like with it, after the t-shirts,
All
after the
right.
t-shirts and
Honestly,
mm-hmm.
the first products, I don't
Well,
know
come closer
why,
to the
but
come
I
closer to
just
the camera
thought
because we
about
can't hear you.
t-shirts at first.
Hold on, listen. You have to
Can
come
you
closer
hear
to
me?
the. No, come closer to the camera so we can hear you better. Yeah, that's how we hear you better. So bring it closer to you.
Yeah, you
All
can
right.
hear me better now?
Yes, much better. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, at first, the first idea came to mind was t-shirts
Mm-hmm.
because I was thinking that that's the um that's the main way that people will see the design or it to
Mm-hmm.
be seen out there. So it has I was thinking it has to be t-shirts
Mm-hmm.
for people to be seeing it. I know I
Yeah,
could probably get it on some bags and stuff like that, but the tees, I think that would be more out
that was
there
the
for
best
them.
thing
So
to do,
if
Berger.
one person can wear the shirt, and
Mm-hmm.
that generates like 100 customers by them just walking down the street.
All right. So you see, whenever you lean back, your voice goes in and out. We can't really hear you for some reason. So I don't know if you can bring it closer to you and still be comfortable, or bring up your chair or something and still be comfortable. But you need to be close to the mic and you need to be comfortable. So,
Okay.
all right, good. So that's smart, and that's the best. That was a very very good strategy, right? Very very good strategy. Um, so before I let Imhotep say what he wants to say, let me just ask you this: did you ask potential customers first, or did you just do it?
No, I just did it,
Good.
honestly.
Okay. Yeah. That's good. That's not a bad thing. Sometimes you just have to do it. Especially when you believe in it. And you know what happened, really and truly? You got enough proof, because from the fact that people kept on saying his lines, even me play some of him play on my live. Well, only one time I actually did. Like the I beg you, I think it was I beg your pardon or something like that. Yo, Mr. Papa funny man. In brighten up the day, man. Honestly, sometimes like I even just go on TikTok. I just say, let me see what happened. Where was I? I was like, come with some stories, a big old storyteller that. So Imatep is here, and he was the first donation. Big up Imatep, and he's here. So Imatep, you can unmute and say what you want to say to Berger.
Hey man, bless up to Mrs. Bluefire. Big
Talk
up
to
yourself, Berger. I've been
Pick up
listening.
yourself, girl.
Yeah, I've been listening, and you said something that was very profound. Is that your mom selling in the market started off with one bag juice, right? Yeah, yeah, and that's how it starts sometimes. Because if you look at the biggest companies, Facebook, Nvidia, you look at Amazon, Tesla. And a lot of the shareholders were like 1%, 2%, 3%. And that has led them to be billionaires right now. So I just want to encourage you to just focus on the part and just understand that everything starts with one step. It's a process and you just do it step by step. You don't have to try to take
Yeah.
2 and 3 steps at a time. Just like how your mom started off with one bag of bag juice. Yeah, that's the first step. So I've been listening, and it's very encouraging to hear a young man like you expressing yourself from a business mindset and an entrepreneurial mindset. So I'll continue to listen the conversation, and I'll chime in a bit later.
Thanks so much, Imatep. Yeah.
All right,
Contributions
bless up
are always
yourself,
good.
girl. Appreciate the words of wisdom.
Yeah. Okay. So, what happens? Because remember, I tell you I was going to challenge you. What happens to your business when red light, pepper light isn't hot anymore? Because these things have a shelf life, just a fact, even though it might be in the culture, right? Eventually, it's going to cool down. So, What is the next step?
Well, after
Mm-hmm.
per se red light pepper light is no more,
Mm-hmm.
I want to continue
Mm-hmm.
selling products that has nothing to do with red light pepper light. Like my old design
Mm-hmm.
will be out there, and I know people will like it.
Okay.
I see a lot of new trends, new brands coming out, and
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that my brand
Mm-hmm.
can be one of them. But designs I have in mind, and I have a designer working with
Okay.
the designs we have now. Like,
Mm-hmm.
cause these designs I have now were made by me. All of them were made by me. So these were just like basically I would say I rushed. It wasn't even rushed because I had them put down. I had time to go over back and did them back over again.
Mm-hmm.
So, but after Red Light Purple Light, I will be still selling merch
Mm-hmm.
that's made by me. You see, it's
Okay.
gonna be. I don't want to give a name per se because
Mm-hmm.
I haven't finalized that yet. Yes, but it
Mm-hmm.
will be Burgess LLC, something in that sort of in that area.
Okay, so don't say what is going to be yet publicly until you get it.
Yeah.
Okay, don't do that. So that's good. That's really, really good. Um, also, also, things change too. So always remember that this is your plan now. But if something better come towards you, right? And you have to pivot. That's what they call it, right? Because what you just what right the because what I was trying to ask you was like basically your exit strategy. Like if you have to pivot, you have to be open to the fact that you might have to pivot. Not saying that is not
Yeah.
going to be good, etc. Right? But you did
Yeah.
mention that you're interested in producing. So I don't want you to ever hold so firmly to, oh, this was my plan, this was my plan, this was my plan. Because sometimes your plan lead you to even a better plan. You understand? So you have to like keep your mind open when it comes to business. You understand? You understand what I'm saying to you? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, all right. So let me ask you this now about your brand. Why should somebody follow you after this? After the moment is finished? I just said, well, you know what? You kind of did.
Can you repeat?
No, you cannot explain it. The question was, why should someone follow you after the red light, purple light moment is finished? But you cannot just answer that. You're saying that you have your own designs and you're going to be creative and you're going to continue selling, basically, right? But why should somebody follow you? What else do you think?
You said, can you repeat what you said last, please? I don't know why it kept breaking up. Just now. I think it's my internet again.
Why should somebody follow Berger Dunn after the red light, pepper light moment is finished?
Oh, well, I personally would like people to follow me because
Hold on
I
now.
honestly think I can inspire
Talk
people
again.
with what
Talk
I
again,
can
because
do
you're
and what
breaking up.
I say. But oh, hold on.
No, we can't hear you.
You can hear me
You have
better
to
now?
yeah. So go ahead
I
now.
think at the internet, I think it's just the internet.
It's all right. That's how it is.
You can hear me
Just
better now.
yeah. Don't get frustrated. Just talk. Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
I wonder if we can read your kids. You can hear me?
Yeah, Berger, we can hear you. You can hear us. See, him can't hear us. That's why. Hold on. We can hear you.
You guys can hear me?
Yep.
I don't know why I'm not hearing. Miss Bluefire, can you hear me?
Yep.
I
I
don't know
can
why
hear.
I can't hear anything.
I
Oh,
don't know
good.
why.
I can hear you now.
Yeah, we can hear you loud
I
and
can hear
clear.
you.
Yeah, loud and
Yeah, I had
clear.
to relocate.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. We can hear you real good. All right. So
All
why
right.
should somebody follow Berger Dunn after the red light, pepper light moment is finished?
Well,
Mm-hmm.
Bergeron is a very jovial person.
Mm-hmm.
So I think people
Mm-hmm.
would, I wouldn't say should, I think people would
Mm-hmm.
gravitate to him. I think I like him to him because of the person he is naturally. Because that's what happens generally. Because like I said, I've always been on social media
Mm-hmm.
and I've been building my little team, so I have a few of the people that have always been there with me
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and they're always encouraging me and they are the ones that see because most of the time we can't see the person we are.
Right.
So if I know about myself or what people have been telling me, like
Mm,
what they see, what they see from their perspective.
yeah.
So I think people should follow Reginald because he's a very hardworking person and
Mm-hmm.
he will have a lot more to come in the very near future for everyone to see. So I
Mm-hmm.
just
That's
want everyone
good.
to stay tuned and look out for the greatness that's coming from him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Speaking in the third person, like you said.
Yeah. I think you
Yeah.
have to stay closer to the camera there because every time when you lean back, it's like it goes out kind of, right? All right. Let me ask you something else now. Um, if I came back here, say 3 years pass, right? Wave a magic wand, 3 years pass. What would you want this business to have become? Like, what is your vision for the future? Ideally, if the 3 years could look the way you want it to look, what would that look like for you?
Well, I would like to see myself having a few stores, locations in and around the island, and if
Mm-hmm.
possible, I would have I would like to have it my store in overseas too. Probably not in every country, but probably in a few major countries. If not, I should be able to have my website up
Mm-hmm.
and running that I can ship worldwide.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So by that time, hopefully my
Mm-hmm.
business is on smooth sailing and everything is on the up and up. And I can have my little sister being a cashier in all of my stores.
Mm-hmm. Let's
And
see
so
what
my
she says
mom
about
would
that.
be at home relaxing and she wouldn't have to work anymore.
Yeah. Well, that would be good. That would be good, Berger. How old is your little sister, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, she's 13 and she's actually in Canada right now. I don't sure if she's on the line, but they should be watching. I think my aunt or somebody from the household should be watching. Might
Nice.
be watching.
Nice. Well, big up sister and auntie, right? All right. So, do you want to build a merch company, a clothing brand, an entertainment brand, or a personal brand? Because it seems like as if you touch on all of those. So, are you building all of them simultaneously, or are you building them one at a time? What are you thinking?
Well, I would say I'm trying to build all of them. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think I can do it simultaneously at this moment. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll go one at a time. But while I'm doing the merch business,
Mm-hmm.
I have something in the entertainment line that
Mm-hmm.
will be coming out as well very soon.
Nice. That's nice. All right. What's something that you have learned about the business in the last month that you didn't know before?
About entertainment business or within the clothing
Anything at
line
all. Anything
business.
at all. Anything. Or matter of fact, you can touch both if you have both. Why not?
Well, what I've learned that because just before this I was just doing buying and selling like buy products online downtown and sell them back on Instagram. So
Mm-hmm.
now starting up your own company,
Mm-hmm.
it's a whole lot different from that because you have to touch the business aspect. You have to go
Mm-hmm.
down to New Kingston and go to the place and have everything done, signed up on paper and have everything on the right track. So no problem can happen down the line. So I wasn't I knew about most of that, but there was a lot of things that I wasn't aware of that I've been learning. about like getting a business registered and trademarking certain stuff and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So it's mainly
Hmm.
on both ends, on the entertainment section and within the clothing line business. It's mainly about the registration and the trade marketing. I've been learning a lot of new stuff about.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, but that is something. Yeah, that's some. Yeah, you. If you're really interested, you're going to find. If you're really interested, you're going to find things that things are going to pop up. You just have to take action on it. So you might be even scrolling TikTok and see something about a business book that seem interesting to you, right? And you feel inspired to look it up. Look it up, right? That's called inspired action. You are led there for a reason. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes when you're thinking about something, for some reason, it will appear, but it's for you to act on it. You understand what I'm saying to you? So,
Yeah, what you just said is like I saw something basically the same thing because I was just randomly scrolling on TikTok and I saw
mm-hmm,
somebody it's a video about somebody's they're teaching you if
mm-hmm,
you wanna start an upcoming clothing business.
mm-hmm.
And I see them printing their shirts. And when I look deeply, the same shirts that they have printing is the same shirts that I have printing the stuff on. The only thing they do, they took the tags out and put their own tags in. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's how
So
it is.
that's
Yeah.
when I really know the quality of my shirts aren't that bad. Cause I was a bit doubting about sending these type of quality overseas, but when I've seen other person overseas using it, that
Mm-hmm.
gave me a little bit more encouragement.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't say your product is not that bad. Say it's good. It looks good on you
Yeah, it's
though.
good.
Looks
The
great,
quality
right?
is good.
It is good, right? And the thing is this, right? They only have a certain they basically come from the same place. Like when you do business with people in China, it's like they have warehouses for like it would be just for t-shirts and just for merch. You see what I'm saying? And then they distribute it to to like say a Vista Print and a you understand a
Yeah.
Shopify. You see what I'm saying? So all you do is put your design on it and then they will do it. They will print it, but it's basically the same different polo shirts, but people retag it, etc. Even companies use it, right? So you find a company would have a company shirt with their logo on it. You see what I'm saying? It looks just like a T-shirt or just like a polo shirt, right? Thank you, Imhotep, for the $20. Um, all right,
Imhotep, just a percent, bro. Really
yeah,
appreciate
it's really nice. All right, let me see now. What's something you think you've already gotten wrong?
something I think I've gotten wrong. I think I've made some wrong moves with distribution.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I'm working on
Okay. Okay. Understood. You don't have to expound on that. What's been harder for you than expected?
distribution.
Really?
Yeah, distribution.
Distribution.
Yes, because I have people crying to me that they need their pepper line teas and I can't get it to them.
Yeah. But soon you'll be able to get it to them,
Yeah, soon,
right?
very soon.
Very soon. So that's what you look forward to. That's okay. They will get it. They will wait. You see what I'm saying? And they'll like it even more when them get it. So it's good,
Yeah.
right? Let's see. Hmm. Have well, yes, you have made your first sale already. Do you remember who bought your first or was it somewhere that you didn't know?
The first person that bought a shirt from me,
Yeah.
you would not believe who it was. It was Pambo. And I told him I didn't want any money.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was Pambo. I told him I
Bumble.
didn't want any money. So he was my first customer.
Yeah. I remember I
But
saw that.
otherwise, from persons around me,
Yeah.
I don't remember the person's name, but I met somebody in town in
Yeah.
Ochi and dropped off a shirt to her. She wanted two, but I didn't have her size at the time.
Yeah.
But and she's a big Future Fambo fan.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, I saw the post that he did, and he's like, "What's your Virgil make this?" Virgil,
Yeah, and those teas were
yeah.
I just made those like to show it, to get it out there
Mm,
as soon as I could. Because I've been telling everybody that I'm gonna sell some shirt, man. But they said, Virgin, you know, Jamaican say, oh, Virgin, not nothing. Virgin just attacks it, gonna sell shirt. Virgin just similar to this, similar to that. For me, if it's especially if you tell somebody, if I told somebody I'm gonna do something,
mm,
I'm gonna have to do it because I don't like to procrastinate.
yeah, good.
It's best if I just don't talk about it or just leave it alone.
And just do it. Yeah, it's facts. It's facts. But sometimes too, though, it's good to just act and not tell people about what your plan is. See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Unless it's somebody that you really, really trust. You understand? Like say, even say your uncle, Mr. Famba. And right now too, you're young that you're gonna need advice. So it's different. But in future, like when you're older and stuff like that, and you're more sure of your decisions, and you don't need advice from older people, right?
yeah,
You'll know that by that time anyway. I'm pretty sure you'll know that by that time. You'll get taught that by that time. That sometimes you don't say what you're gonna do, you just do it. But if you at this stage right now, no, you need to go to a trusted person and ask them advice and make them double check, due diligence, all that stuff for you. You understand? And listen to what them say. Um, all right. Well, were you afraid that people would laugh at you for trying to monetize the moment? Were you afraid of that?
no,
No?
honestly, no. Like me as a person, I really don't. I really as long as I'm happy and the people around me are happy, I really don't. Doesn't really matter what other people have to think because in my eyes, their opinion doesn't really matter. It's not that important.
Hmm.
And I have been seeing like
Mm-hmm.
persons finding problems, making problems about what I'm doing, but that's
Mm-hmm.
not a problem to me
Mm-hmm.
because they're not the persons that are going to support me. Like the people that are supporting me, everybody loves what I'm doing. Majority of the people, that everywhere I go, when somebody sees me in a shirt, especially when I don't have the merch with me,
Mm-hmm.
Virgin, need to have the shirt, them for a spot, yo, we need the shirt, Virgin, we need the shirt, we need the shirt. And I have so many more designs coming that the person that already got their shirts and be like, yo, why Virgin never tell me same after a shirt they're coming? Because
Mm-hmm.
I have so many stuff coming. I don't people want to talk about it yet, but it's gonna be amazing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well,
It's
the
gonna
thing
be
is,
amazing.
let me play devil's advocate now, because you did say that you were afraid at first, and Queen Sheba told you that you should go, so
Yeah,
you should do it. So, what were you afraid of then, if you don't mind telling us?
I was just afraid that it wasn't gonna work out.
Okay, you were afraid of failing. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That is that. You know what, Virgil? Let me tell you something. I want you to really keep this with you. You see that fear of failing thing? It is healthy if you respond to it properly. You see the way how Queen Sheba encouraged you to respond to it? That is healthy. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? But that but the fear of failure is always going to be there. Like it's always going to come up. But like as you continue, it don't last. It's going to be like eventually it's going to be like a flash in your mind, and then you're just going to dismiss it. And you're just going to continue and do it. So it's something that take practice. So every time, in other words, it's like a muscle. So every time that fear of failure come and you defeat it, the next time it's still going to come in, but it's going to last shorter. It's not going to be as long, and then you're going to defeat it. And it's going to come again and say usually it lasts 2 minutes. This time it's going to last 1 minute, and you're going to defeat it. Then the next time, and then soon, eventually, you're going to have that fear of failure just come in your mind, and then you're just going to be like, psh, you're just going to continue. So it's like it's actually muscles that you actually develop when you're on this journey. You see what I'm saying? Rejection
yeah,
is one of them too. Being told no is one of them as well, because you're going to be told no a lot, right? Your batting average just depends on, and that's why batting average is so important. You have to keep trying. You see what I'm saying? And that's how you increase your chances. And if you know sports, like we were talking about before, if you know sports, then it makes sense too. right? Like Babe Ruth missed so much. Nobody talks about that. The baseball player, very famous one, right? Kobe, Michael Jordan missed enough shots, but nobody talks about that. So you trying and failing is not a bad thing, and failure too. Another thing is you have to look at failure different too. Like sometimes failure happen because guess what? It's giving you information. So really, failure is not something that I want you to think about failure that way. Failure is not something to fear, right? I understand like the ego and the shame of it and the disappointment of it. You're a human being, so you're going to have those human emotions, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, you have to be able to just say like, okay, that's how I feel. That's all right. I pick myself up and I continue, right? You have to. You can't be afraid of that if it comes because the thing is, the healthy way to deal with the failure is to look at it like data. Like, why did I fail? Why did it not work out? Right? What data can I get from this not working out instead of me taking it personally? You understand? It's not like the failure just personally saying, oh, Berger done, we're going to make him fail. No, it wasn't like that. It was basically something that you missed or something that you didn't do or something you could have done better that didn't work. Or sometimes, Berger, things don't work out because it's not the time for it to work out. It's just a fact, right? So once you pick up yourself and you move on, failure don't have no power over you. You understand what I'm saying? You might fail, and so what? That don't mean that you stop trying. You really fail when you stop trying. These are real facts. You understand what I'm saying? Be afraid of losing your spark to keep trying. That's what you should do. That's what if you're afraid of anything, afraid of that. Right? Because once you have that, you can
Yeah.
defeat failure all the time. Like I'm telling you what I know. You understand what I'm saying? All right. Let me see if Mr. Imhotep have anything that he want to say. Imhotep, you have anything you want to say to Berger? I'm probably driving actually. All right. So, what would you consider? You know what? I don't even
No,
want to
man,
put.
I'm not driving, but no, I'm just listening, and I'll say something at the end. I'm just listening.
Okay.
Conversation.
Okay. So we are at the end right now, basically. But Berger, is there anything that you want to say to people? Tell people where to get you. Tell people how you can get the merch right now. Tell people when you estimate you be able. Are you going to do a Shopify store instead of building your own website? That's the smartest thing to do until you make some
Yeah,
money.
sure. I might have said, I
I
might
can't
have
hear
to.
you. I cannot hear you.
I think I might have to have my cousin overseas set up a Shopify for me because I was trying to set it up the other day on my laptop, but it wasn't. I don't think it was working. It was telling me a lot of stuff about that available and things like that. So I guess I'm have to try it over again.
Okay.
But I might just set up my own website. But I think it's best to use Shopify because persons are familiar with it. And it's a trusted
Yeah.
website, so we wanted to use that.
Exactly.
I wanted to use them.
Listen, don't
If
focus
not,
on
I would like
building
to
a
get a
website right
TikTok
now.
shop. That would make it a lot easier as well. TikTok shop for the persons who's available to.
Yeah. But don't spend any money on a website right now until you make profits. You understand what I'm saying? You don't need a. I'm just giving you my advice. You don't have to follow what I'm saying, but I'm just saying it make more sense to use something like a Shopify, right? And it's because it's more even. It will be you spend a lot of money on a website that you don't need to right now without proof in the market to actually be profitable. So just
Yeah.
spend as little money as possible in the beginning, right? Let it prove itself, and then you reinvest the money. That's what you need to do. All right. So let me say to you what it is that you want to say else. What else you want to say? Tell people about how they can get it now. People in Jamaica can get it now, right?
For the people in Jamaica, you can just follow me on TikTok at Burjadon. Burjadon on TikTok. And Instagram is one Burjadon 8. So one Burjadon number 8 at the end.
Okay.
And I made a TikTok account. It's called Burgers Apparel.
Write it
Although that's
inside
the
of the
only one I
chat.
can.
Write both of them in the chat if you can, please.
You can write. Yeah, all right.
Write both in the chat, right? So while he writes that, Fire Nation, everybody that's here, if you're interested in dance or in the business of dancehall and lessons about entrepreneurship, you can like and subscribe if it interests you. What I want to say to him tonight and to everybody here, Fire Nation, that are going to be here on the replay, your opportunity might not be a song, and your opportunity might be a conversation. It might be a job, it might be a customer, it might be a skill, it might be a relationship, it might be a viral video, right? It might be a problem that somebody asks you to solve. But when your opportunity appears, Fire Nation, will you recognize it? That's the question. Because some people spend their entire lives saying, "Oh, I wish somebody gave me an opportunity." Meanwhile, opportunities have been walking past them their entire lives,
Can you see the comment? You put it in the right place. I think you put it in the right place.
right? You know why? Because a lot of times people expect opportunities to introduce themselves to them. Oh, hi, I'm your opportunity. It doesn't work that way, right? Entrepreneurs actually have a keen eye for it. They learn to recognize it and then they move. Attention to audience, audience to customer, customer to community, and community to brand. That's the journey. Listen to me again. Attention to audience, audience to customer, customer to community, and community to brand. That's the journey. So with Berger, red light, pepper light may have created a spark, but now he's going to build a fire. And and I want you to understand something. You're not just selling merchandise, right? And people who will donate now and even after, you're actually helping put resources behind a young entrepreneur that's willing to try, right? So looking forward to you being successful, Berger. Build a store and improve your product, learn your marketing, learn more about the clothing industry, read some more about business, right? Make mistakes, it's okay. You're going to make mistakes, especially because you're young. You're going to make mistakes. It's going to happen. But correct them. And then you just keep building, right? So instead of people saying one day, then we might say, oh, instead of people saying, preach your fambo, nephew, whatever, all that stuff, then we don't know you for your own self. Right? So big up yourself. And you have anything that you want to say? And Imhotep, you can say what you want to say, please.
Yeah, I just want to say something in closing that every business starts from an idea,
Mm-hmm.
right? And there's always trial and error, teething pains, and things like that with all businesses. Even the most successful businesses, they all have their stories of trial and error and teething pains, right? Lots of obstacles and things like that. We should always be encouraged by our ideas and our motivation in terms of manifesting our ideas as it relates to entrepreneurship. So I just want to encourage you, Berger, that there will be trial and error, teething pains, but don't let that demotivate you. As a matter of fact, be driven by the trials and the errors and the teething pains. All right. So big up yourself, manners and respect.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro. I appreciate it.
nice. Virgil, you put your message inside of my private chat. So I just paste
I
it
put
here.
it wrong. I put it wrong
Yeah, you
place.
put the wrong one. All right, never
Yeah, 'cause
mind.
I keep telling me to connect my YouTube to join the comment section here. I don't want it to come off this page.
Yeah. All right, listen, Fire Nation, I'm really glad that he came here and he was able to share, right, his journey with us, right? And he'll continue to learn his marketing, learn his customer service, and learn his numbers, right? And keep building. Okay? So that's the goal, Fire Nation. We don't just talk about entrepreneurship over here. We actually help to build entrepreneurs, right? So even though birds are done, he strike while the iron is hot. You must remember the opportunity might light the match, but you still have to build the fire. You still have to be the person to do what you need to do. Right, Fire Nation? And you know this. So until next time, Fire Nation, I'm Miss Blue Fire, always taking you higher. and we just lit it up. Blessings.
Fire Nation, listen to me. You don't log off and go back to playing small. You take what you learned and you execute. This is why Fire Nation exists. To rise higher, to build smarter, and to change the financial future of our families. I'm Miss Julia, A.K.A. Miss Blue Fire, always taking you higher. And wherever you go next, you carry our fire with you. Fire Nation, we rise, we build, and we're just getting started.